We're not bringing this energy into 2026, okay? We're not. We are not saying, oh, this series sounds cool. Let me buy all of it at one time before I even try it out. I am in my gym jams and do not kiss air. You know why? Because we're unhauling today. We're going to talk about some manga that I've had for far too long and I need to get rid of. Because I need to stop lying to myself and saying that I'm going to read them when I'm not. Okay? And you too should stop lying to yourself and get rid of your manga. This is going to drive me bonkers. Why do we go through this every time I film? Not the camera overheating. Bitch, it ain't even hot in here. So y'all weren't going to tell me that I had pancake batter on my shirt? No? That's cool. I thought we were better than that. It's fine. I changed. Okay. Out of my gym jams. So annoying. We're getting rid of some manga today. These are in no particular order other than we're going to start with the ones that I have the least amount of up to series that I have. Disclaimer to all of you. Oh my god, that's my favorite series. How could you? That's pig. Listen, it's not about your feelings. It's about my feelings. It's my channel. It's about me. Okay? Anyway, this is nothing against the manga themselves. It's just, I know that I'm not going to read them. Or I have read them and I just did not enjoy myself. We are going to start with Cinno Alice. I've had this forever. I bought this in a sale. I've done this motion right here many a times. Have I ever sat down to read this? No. Do I even know what it's about? I do now, and it still sounds interesting. However, I'm not going to read this. I'm never going to read this. It's cute. She's cute. It's the synopsis is up my alley. Okay, the art looks decent. No complaints. It's based on a popular mobile RPG game. I said that like that was the reason why I'm not going to read it. It's not. I was supposed to read this in a challenge a month or 3 ago, and I didn't get around to it. The Volume 1 challenge, that's what it was. I never got to it. Everything about Alice, her family, her friends, her life, even her crush is ordinary. No wonderland to see here, but lately her dreams have been anything but normal. While asleep, she finds herself interrogated by 2 creepy marionettes, their glass eyes peering into the darkest corners of her heart. Try as she might to ignore them, Alice is drawn into their violent, twisted universe. As greed and desire begin to warp the ordinary reality she knows, Alice is thrust into the dark game of slaughter made for fairy tale heroines who will stop at nothing to bring their creators back to life. And see, now as I'm reading the synopsis again for the umpteenth time, I'm like, that sounds interesting. I should read this. It's been years, babes. It's been years. I'm getting rid of this. Next up is A Kingdom of Quartz. Also was supposed to read in that challenge. Didn't do it. I got this in a blind box. So I knew going in that is going to bug me. I'm going to go fix this. Anyway, I got this in a blind box, okay? It was one of those date night with a manga blind box. And I was like, okay, she's cute. I've never heard of her. You know, plus 10 points for getting me a blind box with something that I've never heard of in it. That was pretty cool. And it's a seinen. But I want to say it's not really my thing. I'm not huge into fantasy, which is crazy to say because I do like some fantasy titles, but I'm not like going out my way to pick up a fantasy. And this one says, an orphan girl named Blue has always dreamed of joining the ranks of the noble angels, servants of the floating palace who protect the quartz kingdom. against demons. Not even the townsfolk's whispered curses about her pitch black wings can keep her down for long. One day, the orphanage is attacked by a host of demons. Angels from the palace come swooping down to give battle, but Blue watches in horror as the defenders are cut down one by one. Just when all seems lost, Blue feels a power welling up inside her. It may be enough to avenge the fallen, but will the cost prove too great? Sounds interesting. Okay, I like a good angel and demon battle. Why not? Longevity? I wouldn't go out of my way to pick up another copy, another volume, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, I don't even know how many volumes there are. I'm not swayed to read this. The art's cute. Not enough for me to be like, oh my god, but I'm sorry. Kingdom of Quartz. And what's crazy is I posted about this on Instagram, and a lot of people were like, you'll really like this one. I think you'll really enjoy it. And I still have made no efforts to read it, so it's going away. Bye-bye. Next up is Colorless, Volume 1, another one that did not get read in the Volume 1 challenge. I'm doing so great right now. Another one that I picked up on a whim, another one that I'm pretty sure I bought on sale, another one that I have had forever and have not began to even think about. Oh, it's got little sparks of blue in it. I like that. Look at that. Ooh. Okay. It's a stylish noir punk thriller set in a world stripped of both color and humanity. And I think that tagline is what got me to pick it up. A cosmic disaster changed the earth forever, stripping away every last drop of color in the world. Mankind also changed. The familiar human faces almost forgotten in a world now populated wholly by mutants. Against the backdrop of a moody urban landscape, a lone wolf investigator named Avidia relies on both his wits and extraordinary gun to hunt down the world's last hidden scraps of color. He soon crosses paths with a very special girl, one who just might hold the key to bringing back what the world has lost. Sounds amazing. Sounds kind of cute, actually. I don't know if this is meant to be cute, though. It says teen. It might be cute. 13 plus. Anyway, Colorless, 7 C's. I need to bid you farewell, buddy, because you know what I should do is I should have looked up the purchase dates on these things, so you just see how long I've had these and have never touched them. These next two, actually, I think we can move into, even though I said no particular order, everything else I have read or started to read and then just, it didn't vibe. We can run through both of these real quick. Let's Go Karaoke and Crazy Food Truck. I read these a couple months ago. Crazy Food Truck is a waste of my time. It is over the top. It is random. It's about a guy who runs a food truck and comes across a naked girl in the middle of the desert. And they go on crazy, wild adventures together. Not actually. She's being hunted by some feds or the FBI or somebody, and homegirl knows her way around a gun. He also knows his way around a gun. And I think this is only 2 or 3 volumes, 5 at best. And I have no desire whatsoever to continue reading this. Not that it was bad. It was just so over the top that it was damn near stupid. Yep. As for Let's Go Karaoke, this was a one-shot, and usually I keep my one-shots, but this one is not worth keeping because I'll never read it again. I was so intrigued by this premise. This had potential, okay? Then things started getting a little weird, and I didn't like it. This middle school choir boy ends up linking up with a Yakuza member who is in a karaoke contest, and oh my God, if he doesn't win the karaoke contest, his mob boss is going to make him get a tattoo that he doesn't want. Sounds silly. If it's related to music, I'll give it a chance because that's my soft spot. So when I saw a manga about karaoke, I was like, yeah, let me get in on that. I don't know if this is supposed to be a BL. I pray to God it's not supposed to be a BL, but things got weird towards the end for me. Also, everything felt very surface level. Like there were some moments that you should have been like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. And maybe felt something for some of the characters, and that did not happen. I think if this were a series and it gave it more space to flesh out the scenes, it could have been better. And it's not going to get better because it's a one-shot. So it needs to leave my home. Up next, let's do this one. Heaven's design team was a decision. I really enjoyed what I've read. I have volumes 1 and 2, 1 and 2. I don't know how many volumes there are, but the thing is with Heaven's design team, first of all, it's literally what it sounds like. It's about the design team in heaven, and they make animals and whatnot. And it's really like you get fun facts about animals. It's a comedy. It's a good time. I enjoyed my time with Heaven's design team. And like even like you get little informational, educational moments. I love a good educational manga. I'm always about learning, and I love animals, so there's that too. But I don't know. I mean, after I read volume 1, I immediately bought volume 2. After I read volume 2, I was like, that was fun. And then I never thought about them again. There's 9 volumes of Heaven's design team. Realistically, see, now I'm trying to talk myself into keeping them. I could get the rest of them and read them and be happy. But I'm on a journey. I've told y'all I'm on a journey to keep what I love, not what I like. Do I need to own Heaven's design team? No, but I do enjoy it. I think if you like Sales at Work, or what's another one? Sales at Work is really the only one I've ever read that had like little educational moments, like for real, for real. I am browsing my shelves. The one directly in front of me anyway. I can't see that one. Yeah, Sales at Work is the only one I can really think of. I know nothing behind me is remotely educational. And I don't hate this series. I had a fun time with it, but my time is done. Next is one I'm sure you all know and love. I don't have to give any introduction to. Is Attack on Titan. I have Omnibus 7, 8, and 9. 13, 14, 15. I know you're asking, girl, where's 1, 2, and 3? And you know all the ones in between. If I had an answer for you, I'd give it to you. I don't know. Which tells me that these were on sale when I bought them, and that these were probably the only options left. And I was like, I'll fill in the gaps later. I have tried to watch Attack on Titan so many times, and I can never get past the first couple of episodes. I'm not saying it's bad, not at all. I don't know. I just kind of zone out. And that's a me problem. That's not an Attack on Titan problem. So then I was like, well, I like it. And I always, when I start an anime, and if some time has passed since I've seen the episodes and I'm not too deep into it, I'll start over again. I will. So I'm just watching the same 4, 5, 6 episodes over and over again. I got the intro down pat, boy. But I'm like, okay, well, watching it isn't working for me. I also don't really watch a lot of TV, so I already have that going against me because I don't really care to watch TV, which is why I read the mangas. So I was like, well, I'll just read the manga. And now that I'm saying this out loud, I feel like I own or owned, past tense, the first one because I distinctly remember reading it and then walking away. So I don't know what the issue is, okay? I know y'all love Attack on Titan. I tolerate Attack on Titan. But these hunka chunkas, look at that. That's like 5 volumes of something else I can buy. You know? Making room on my shelves. And they're so pretty. The raised, I love it. But they gotta go. They gotta get up out my house. They're not paying no rent around here. I should mention that I'm getting rid of things so I can expand upon the collections that I already have, the series that I already own and love dearly, but don't have all the volumes to. When I first rebooted this channel, I made a setup video, unboxing my manga video, and I said that there was going to be a part 2, and part 2 never came because I never bought the second set of bookshelves. But we will talk about that some more later. Next, we have Fist of the Northstar, the hard copies, which I absolutely adore these covers. I have 1 through 4. They're gorgeous. Look at them. Amazing. I did not have a great time with this story. I know it's a classic. I know it is near to dear to many people. Gosh, these covers are... I kind of want to keep them just for the covers, but that's not what I'm doing here, okay? I bought these... Y'all remember Right Stuff? Don't we all remember Right Stuff? I bought these at a Right Stuff sale, okay? Because my bestie loves this series. And I can understand why. It's a nice story. I enjoy the story for what it was. However, some of it, for me, I gotta put that out there, was hard to follow. Some of these panels, it's the same issue that I had with Dorohedoro, where some of these panels are so jammed packed with stuff that I can't really tell what I'm looking at. With that being said, I love the art. It doesn't make sense as far as like the character designs and stuff. Like, look, I love that. He's a cutie patootie. But I tried, okay? I can honestly say that I tried. And I really love these hardcovers, and I really love the way that they look. But am I going to keep reading? No. Google says that there are 18 volumes of this. It is 18 volumes. I'm not. That's an investment, babes. And as pretty as these are, I can't make that kind of investment. Speaking of pretty covers, and I made this investment up front. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, other than they were probably half off. Here it is, Volume 1. These Eternal editions of Sailor Moon are stunning. I love these so much. I cannot convey that enough. Here's the problem. When I bought these, I had never read Sailor Moon. Never, ever. Yes, I know. Never read it. Never watched the show. I am not a magical girly to an extent. There was one anime I watched. There was a magical girl, but I can't remember what it's called. But there was a lot of blood, okay? She was not your typical magical girl. I wish I could remember anything about that series. If it comes to me while I'm editing, I'll put it up on the screen. But I just remember it being gritty and gory and not Sailor Moon. No shade to Sailor Moon. I shouldn't have bought this before reading it. I should not have invested. Ooh, this one's bent. What the heck? Anyway, I should not have spent money on, what, 10 volumes was that I just showed you? 3, 6, 9, 10 volumes of the freaking Eternal edition of Sailor Moon. Read the first 3 chapters and was like, I'm good. We're not bringing this energy into 2026, okay? We're not. We are not saying, oh, this series sounds cool. Let me buy all of it at one time before I even try it out. Pretty editions. Beautiful. We love her. And by we, I mean y'all, because I don't like Sailor Moon. And I don't know why I tried to bully myself into thinking that I would. And again, this is another series that I've had for a very, very long time. I'm never going to read it. It's taking up shelf space. It's got to go. It's got to go. Auden. I've had Auden forever. volumes 1 through 5. I think I read the first volume and then I stopped reading. Why, you ask? I honestly don't recall. This is also kind of, uh-oh, I dropped one. I remember really liking volume 1, and they're very fast reads, if I'm not mistaken. Like, there's not a whole lot of words on these pages. Why didn't I finish reading these? I think I'm going to keep these. I think I just changed my mind in real time. Last but most certainly not least, you know we got to say bye to our dogs. Woof woof, big dog, woof woof, even though he's not a dog. Dorohedoro, I've decided he's got to go. He's taking up space. I did not enjoy my time with Dorohedoro. Not thoroughly, I will say that. I have the entire series because I'm an idiot, and once again, bought the whole thing, much like Sailor Moon. Ooh, that's a nice cover. Much like Sailor Moon, bought the entire series before vetting it out because everyone loves Dorohedoro so much. Y'all eat this shit up, and I get it. I like this cover too. I really and truly understand. I read the first 7 volumes, 10 volumes. I don't remember, I'm not going to lie to you, which is sad because it wasn't even that long ago. And these are out of order. What I did understand was hilarious. It was a great time when I was present mentally. A lot of dumb humor, but not like bad dumb humor, like toilet humor, even though there is some toilet humor, but genuinely funny moments. The action is solid. The character designs are just off the wall. I love them. My issue was the art style is a little muddy, but I understand that that's the whole, grunge of it all. And it was hard for me to follow. The story was hard for me to follow. Not all of it. I got the overall plot and what was going on, but like all the other stuff and all these little factions and all these, there's so many characters. I couldn't remember who was who and who was on whose side and what was going on. It was just too much for my little feeble brain to handle. Again, a beloved series by many. I don't hate it. I have nothing, which is crazy. I have nothing but compliments. Is that the last one? I have nothing but compliments for the most part. I just couldn't wrap my little brain around it. And that makes me sad because I really wanted to like it. Because like I said, the parts that I did get were pretty good. And it was actually fun. Do I want to take the time to try to figure it out? No. Once I realized that I was staring off into space, or I just have I just be doing this number. For 5 minutes on the same page, realizing that I'm thinking about what's for dinner and not what's going on in the manga, it was time for me to wrap it up. It was time for me to wrap it up, and so I did. And then I thought about it, and I was like, dang, I should give it another shot. I don't want to. It'll be all right. It's okay. It's going to go to someone else's house, and it's going to make someone else very, very happy. I haven't decided where I'm going to put them just yet. I was going to do Makari, but me and Makari have a love-hate relationship. And then I was like, just take them to the Goodwill, girl. But I don't really like Goodwill like that either. So right now, I'm thinking that they're going to go on Pango Books. If that happens, I will leave a link to the page in this particular video. And yeah, I think I cleared up a lot. I didn't have to unhaul too much, thank God. But I really also didn't read a whole lot last year either, let's be honest. But my goals going into 2026 is to read what is on my shelves. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on manga this year. With that being said, I do want to finish my series that I have, that I love, that are near and dear to my heart, that I don't have all the volumes for. So we're going to be doing a lot of secondhand market shopping. That is my goal as far as my manga collection is concerned going into 2026. Also, I have a video eventually coming out about the things that I want to read in addition to that in 2026. I'm not saying I'm going to read every volume that's on my shelves and not read any of the new stuff or stuff that's already out there and new to me. That's not the case. I have a video explaining all that later. But we're going to utilize the library more. We're going to utilize secondhand stores. We're going to utilize cost-effective ways to enjoy hobbies, because manga is not cheap and neither is living. However, that does not mean you can't enjoy the things you love. So we're going to do it, and we're going to do it frugally. Frugally? We're going to be frugal. So down below, tell me what series you are leaving behind in 2025. Well, by the time you see this video, it'll be 2026. So tell me what volumes, what manga, whatever, anything that you're leaving behind, that you left behind. It's gone. Poof. Already out of sight. Let me know down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.